Hi, we are back and we're here with Mike Kaplan of the Prince George's County Materials Recovery Facility. Did I say that right?
You said that perfectly.
Excellent. Mike is the plant manager, and so he's going to tell us what in the world are we looking at here?
Well, we are looking at hundreds of tons of recyclable material. This is our tipping floor. This is where the journey for all this material begins. We have trucks that come and dump the material into our tipping floor.
Do we have to tiptoe around?
Apparently, well, once upon a time, most of the trucks would dump like a dump truck, and talking about hoisting the container into the air and like in a tipping motion.
I see.
So the material would slide out. Not all the vehicles tip anymore, but that's why they call it a tipping floor.
I see, I see. All right, so what happens on the tipping floor?
So what happens, we have a loader that loads all of this material into a drum feeder. And this drum feeder has a conveyor belt that moves the material onto a second conveyor belt, this incline belt that you can see here. Mm-hmm. From there it goes into the rest of our plant and out into the world of machinery and human sorters. We have 12 people that do quality control sorting. They pull material off of the belts. But for the most part, the equipment does about 95% of all the sorting.
Wow, 95%. So now what's happening then when it comes into the tipping floor? It seems to be going into this big dumpster-like item. What is that?
This drum feeder, which has a huge cylinder, which pushes the material out and meters it at a nice pace to give us a nice burden depth so that our sorters aren't overwhelmed with material. If we need to slow it down, we can adjust it to slow down. If we want to speed it up, we can adjust it. But for the most part, this is the burden depth that you normally would see. Okay,
so basically it's taking it from just a big clump of boxes and other kinds of recyclable materials and kind of smoothing it out a little bit so it can go on the conveyor belt?
Yes.
I see.
Makes it more accessible for the sorters to see the different material that they need to pull out.
I see, I see. And now you say you have 12 sorters in there?
We have 12 sorters. We have a pre-sort area where we have 3 sorters that pull out any non-recyclable items.
Okay.
Any plastic bags, any, say, incompatibles, anything that might jam up the equipment.
Now, you say plastic bags. I thought we could recycle the plastic bags.
What we do with the plastic bags at the first sort areas, we put them in very large plastic bags.
Okay.
And we combine them with plastic bags throughout our facility, and then we bale them.
I see. And so by baling, you mean gathering them up?
Gather them up into very large bales that might weigh 500 to 600 pounds apiece.
Wow, wow. So, okay, so in the next room, then, the plastic bags come out.
Plastic bags come out, any incompatibles come out, and then all the cardboard that, basically all the material that travels past these sorters go into different screens. We have a screen for cardboard that screens out all the cardboard onto a cardboard belt that goes into a cardboard bunker. We have paper bunkers. We have quality control sorters that pull out material that's not paper. So all of our paper can go into our paper bunker uncontaminated.
I see.
From there, all of the other containers, plastic, aluminum, tin, glass, travel to a different part of our facility where we use optical scanners to separate plastic. We use magnets to pull tin and to push aluminum to different conveyors, and eventually make it to bunkers similar to this, and then we bale the material at our discretion.
Okay, so when it goes into this next room, we've got another belt.
We have 40 or 50 belts throughout this other room.
40 or 50 belts just in this one facility?
Yes, we do.
Okay, and so you have 2 people stationed at various points? 2 or 3 people?
2 or 3 people, yes.
All right, and they are actually physically eyeballing it and just removing things that don't belong?
Yes. Cardboard off of a paper line, aluminum, plastic off of a paper line, off of the aluminum line. If there's paper that makes it through, these quality control people make sure that the end user gets what they're paying for.
I see. Now, when you say end user, what do you mean?
I mean our customers. Our customers in North Carolina that buy plastic from us. Customers in Kentucky that might buy aluminum from us. And even overseas, that buy paper and cardboard from us.
Okay. Now, this process works pretty well in terms of ensuring the quality control?
Oh, yes.
The people can just pull out enough to make it work out?
Oh, definitely. They're very good. The ones that work here are some of the best in the industry.
Now, when we look at these people, they seem to have on this special outfit. They got on a special
yes.
uniform. Tell us about that.
Their personal protective equipment, their PPE. They have to wear a hard hat.
Okay.
They wear safety goggles or safety glasses. They have hex armor gloves. They have sleeves and 2 layers of gloves that protect their hand from sharps, as well as a reflective high visibility vest. And of course, can't forget steel toe boots.
Of course.
Gotta protect those feet.
Excellent, excellent. And each person has to wear all of that?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Excellent.
We want to keep our people safe.
All right.
Most important thing we do.
Okay. So then in the next room, or in the is that called the sorting room?
You could say that, sure.
Okay. And that's where all this is happening?
Yes, that's where all this is happening.
Okay, let's take a look. I see some people sorting out plastic bottles and stuff. Now, tell us about that.
Okay, over here we have our plastic sorter, and her job is to pull anything that's not plastic, 1 through 7, out and separate it into different bins. The rest of the plastic will go through to our plastic bunker.
Now, what should we be doing with these plastic bottles before we put them in the recycling bin?
Please empty those bottles.
Why is that important?
Because the optical scanner that will recognize the plastic and push it with airbursts over to that sorter, it doesn't recognize it if it is full of any liquid. So it usually will end up in the trash.
Oh no!
Yeah, so please empty those bottles so we can get this plastic to the right place.
What happens if people put stuff in there that shouldn't go in?
One of two different things. One is that it could end up in the trash, like car battery. Well, car battery will send it to someone that can take hazardous materials. But let's say aluminum pots.
Okay.
Different types of steel that aren't recyclable, we will scrap them. We'll sell them to a steel scrapper.
I see. Okay. All right. And so is that the kind of thing your hand sorters will catch?
Those are the kind of things, yes. And another item that usually we see is garden hoses.
Oh.
Rubber garden hoses are not recyclable.
Okay.
And usually get tangled up in all of our equipment.
Oh no.
And can shut us down. So we really hope to please do not send garden hoses out with your recyclables. Just throw them away.
No garden hoses.
Or reuse them. Please reuse them.
Hey.
Okay, this time I'm gonna do it. I'm going to actually go to school.
Tell me about some of the stuff you've had to deal with.
I just dropped out completely. I just got caught up in it, the whole scene with the alcohol and the drugs. I was arrested. A lot of my friends, they were really concerned, especially my friend Aaron. You just have to find someone. They don't have to tell you advice, they don't have to do that, they just listen.
Give your friends the boost they need to graduate. Join us at boostup.org.